Hello everyone and welcome to another beer review here from the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for watching. Today is Monday, first day back to school for the kids, so early morning school runs are back on the agenda, unfortunately. But I guess it is what it is, and today's first day back to school went quite well. So it's finished, thank God, and now it's time for beer. But today I'm going to have a non-alcoholic beer from Budweiser Budvar, from the Budějovický Budvar brewery. So I'm really curious how what Budvar can offer in terms of their non-alcoholic beer. I think I've mentioned this before. A lot of breweries now in the Czech Republic, they are launching their own non-alcoholic beers because there seems to be a trend that more and more people, kind of choose between the regular beers or the non-alcoholic beers, and a lot of more people now kind of expect to have an option of non-alcoholic beers when they go to a pub, for example, because they may have to drive or whatever the case may be. And so a lot more breweries coming up with their non-alcoholic beers, and Budvar is one of them. Now, what I'm really looking for in a non-alcoholic beer is the kind of drinkability. That's really important for me. And by that, I mean, does it give me any kind of aromas, whether it's a hop aroma, maltiness, a slight hop bitterness, or whatever the case may be, to give me the feeling that, yes, this could be an alternative for me when I have to drive or when I have to do something. Or, for example, I'm living quite remote. So if I would go to Prague or to, any other place to meet some friends, and they're having a couple of beers, would this beer be an alternative for me? Would I be able to have a couple of them during the evening without feeling like I'm missing out on something? So that's really the main thing that I'm looking for in a non-alcoholic beer. And let's see what Budvar can offer us in terms of all of these things that I just mentioned. Using my Budvar glass today, I really like this glass. I don't know why they stopped, selling them or having them on offer in pubs. I would just really love the shape of this. It's fantastic. There's a little hoppy smell coming from it, so let's see. I mean, overall, I like the first impression. It's not a bad impression. It's, quite pale, quite light, but a nice foamy head, which is not always something that you get on all of the non-alcoholic beers. So overall, I think a very, very nice impression. Now let's see. Let's study. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think it's okay. I have to see how I put these things for the camera. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's definitely drinkable. But then so is water, and so is orange juice. I mean, it's there is some kind of hoppiness there, but I do feel as if it's a bit watery. I'm not sure if that makes sense in the English language. Let me give this another go and see. Yeah, it's quite. It really feels like water almost. I mean, obviously there are the beer tones there. There is a hoppiness, but it's relatively. There's just nothing really that stands out for me. I think it's very drinkable. I mean that's a plus. There is some kind of aromas there that I do think would give the hint of, you're having a beer, and that's mainly the hop aroma. I didn't necessarily get a bitterness or anything like that. And that's pretty much it. But overall, I think it's okay. It's okay. But it's not something that I would say is a non-alcoholic beer that I could drink for a whole evening. I think, for me, this is important, because, if I'm going out, I need to be able to have an alternative beer that still gives me the feeling I'm having a beer rather than, a glass of water or a glass of lemonade or whatever the case may be. Now, I think I can drink, this from time to time. I don't know, think about a scenario, maybe Saturday afternoon, I'm doing some work in the garden, and I don't want to have a regular beer, but this is cold in the fridge. I think this would be a very welcome refreshment. But I think that's as far as it goes for me. But that's okay. I mean, it's only my taste. Other people may think that, this is, a great non-alcoholic beer. I have had better, in at least, according to my taste. Particularly referring to the Birrell IPA style or the Nealko from the Pivovar in Litomyjice. But, it is okay as a quick refreshment, but it's not something that I could see myself drinking throughout the evening while my friends are having regular beers. I think this would probably not give me the kind of beer sensation as I would need it during such an evening. So, but again, if for a quick refreshment, if I do work in the garden or, in the house or whatever, and I would have this in the fridge, this would be a welcome refreshment. But I think that's, for me at least, that's as far as it goes. But, when we look at pricing, I mean, the Nealko, for example, from the Litomyjice brewery, that was, I think, 30 or 35 crowns. This one is 17 crowns. So I don't know what I should have done the calculation now, but it's, at the moment it's €1 to 24 crowns. So this is 16.90, 17. So I don't know, maybe it's 75 euro cents or whatever. So from a pricing point of view, it's not bad. It's not overly expensive, and I think this is a plus for this particular beer. Because obviously if you drink non-alcoholic beer, I wouldn't want to spend 30 or 35 crowns per half a liter if I'm drinking at home all the time. But here I think 16.90, it's not bad. And again, it serves as a refreshment, and it does have a little bit of kind of hoppiness there. But again, it's also quite watery. I hope that makes sense in English. And so for that reason, I probably wouldn't, if I go to a pub, I wouldn't want to order this. I would probably order something else then instead, rather than having a non-alcoholic beer. And that's it. If you have had this before, the Budvar non-alcoholic, let me know in the comments what you thought. Subscribe to my channel for more video reviews here from the Czech Republic, and I really hope I will see you again in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.